And welcome! Today isn't an Elden Ring stream. We're gonna continue this next week, I think. Or tomorrow, depends on how big the story patch today is. But yeah, today is Guild Wars 2 day. Big story patch time. I wanna play as much as I can. Hopefully at least get through the story and maybe do some of the new endgame content. There is a new convergence boss, for example. But that update only drops in about 14 minutes, we think. Because of daylight savings, which are 3 weeks earlier in America for some reason. The normal release time is a little bit skewed, but we'll see. Also, there are drops starting in about 40 minutes. The most useful thing you can get from it is the not bank tab expansion, the character slot. What's it called? The back expansion, which is worth about 400 gems, which can be quite good, especially for starter accounts. So I'd recommend at least watching these 5 hours for certain streams. There are also a few 24-hour streams where you can just farm them. And yeah, until the release drops, I'm just gonna do my dailies and do various activities in Chanfear, and hope that the update is successful without a release nightmare like we had. Oh god, what story patch was that? There was an Icebrute story patch where nothing worked, no instance did load, and everything was not good. Yeah. Is my audio okay? Okay. My helpful moderator is sitting next to me and nodding, so I take that as yes. In the trailer for this story patch, it looked like we're gonna encounter the White Mantle again. I mean, we already encountered a lot of White Mantle runes in this general area. I mean, this whole thing is centered around the oh god, around the White Mantle, the activities there. So we're probably gonna encounter them, but which kind of confuses me because the end boss of the last story patch did say something about the Foundry, which seems like a more, I don't know, more pressing matter. Like, we definitely have to get there, we have to stop what's going on there. But maybe that's something for the next DLC, or it's something for the last story patch. I mean, it would be an epic final boss fight or something, so I could imagine that. I must say I don't really like the White Mantle in there, just for the reason because they're overrepresented in the story, I think. Like, we had issues with them in Season 1, Season 3, and now in Season... I don't even know what season this would be. But in Chanfear Wilds also. I don't know, I mean, they're integral to the game's story and stuff, so I can understand that. But I would really have liked some new baddies, some new enemy faction. Or just an old one refreshed. I don't know. Also, I'm very excited for the announcement of the next expansion. I mean, yes, we are still in the middle of the current one, but I really hope that we are gonna get a Sylvaria expansion the next time. I mean, with all the talk about how the Mother Tree is sick and she doesn't really heal and she's weak. Like, this just calls for the Sylvaria DLC. Also, sadly, I didn't really play Chanfear Wilds until now. Like, I played the story patches and everything that came new into the game, but I'm still missing so much of the achievements and even of the masteries. I think I still have like 20 mastery points to spend. Yeah. There just wasn't really content which did bind me to the game, I feel like. Which was fun enough to like always play. I just go, if I play, I go back to the older content because I just feel like it's more fun. I don't know. Come on. I haven't even gotten the achievement for doing all the hearts. I think 16 times, or what was it? 14 times? I haven't even gotten this one. So I probably have to farm that the next few days. Because honestly, it's kind of sad that it's missing for me. But I'm getting into Guild Wars 2 again, slowly but surely. It's just a fun game, and I've spent so many hours in here that honestly, I can't imagine a world where I don't play this game, at least sometimes. Also interesting how there was my animation twice. Oh. Come on, see this guy. Also, I've changed a little bit about my builds and still have to get used to new rotations. But yeah, I really hope that the expansion releases in like half an hour and not in 1.5 hours. We still have no idea why the Americas are changing their daylight savings time 3 weeks earlier than we in Europe. I mean, I don't really understand why we even have daylight savings time. It just messes with my sleep cycle and in general with my mental health for a few days. Like, I'm always sleepy, always not feeling like I should go to sleep, and it's just not nice because it trips off my inner clock. But for some reason we did vote for keeping daylight savings, even though there's no scientific reason for it. I mean, initially they wanted to save energy by reducing the hours that lights have to be on, but like I think in the modern era there are bigger concerns than how long an LED bulb is on, considering how efficient they've become, especially in contrast to everything else. Like, you could run an LED bulb for multiple days with the charge you put into your phone every day. Come on. Okay, what else do we need to do for our dailies? We still need to get this heart. I'm gonna do that first. Get our 15 resources with mining pick and 10 enemies with an enhancement. I think I'm just gonna farm the when my guard's up, think strategically. Okay. On attacks don't always land. Hey, Wayfinder. Where else can we farm hard points? I think up here is a smith where we can, the forgery where we can help them. If it isn't the Wayfinder. No. That's right. And one thing I find unfortunate is that the story, I don't know, just does not feel as immersive anymore. I feel like, because now we have these story capsules where every DLC has its own story. like this overarching plot with the Elder Dragons and stuff. I know I'm in the devs didn't like it, a lot of the players didn't like it, but I don't know, I like this big threat, this overarching threat which spanned over multiple DLCs and stories over like 10 years. And I hope that they at least start like an light overarching story beat or something like that spans throughout the new DLCs. It doesn't have to be the focus of it. It doesn't have to be the biggest threat to the world or something. It just has to be something intriguing, a mystery, something to keep you interested in the story, and also like just to fantasize about what could be in the future. Because right now you can basically say, yeah, in I don't know, half a year we're gonna have a new DLC, and then this story is gonna be completed we're currently playing. So we already know that there's gonna be a resolution to it. I mean, not in what form, what kind of resolution it's gonna be, whether it's gonna be happy or something, we don't know that, but I mean, it's Guild Wars 2, we don't really have many sad story beats, at least not major ones. Okay, let's search for some nodes we can farm. I think we would be better off in Shanfio Sentry up there. I think 15 resources should be findable in this, even on this map. By the way, you can still make so much money by farming these trees and stuff. Like the lowland pine logs, I sell them at the trading post, like 7, nearly 8 silver if you directly sell, a little bit more if you insert it. And the flowers are worth even more, I think. Like, it's still really good money maker for the beginning, like for just running around and just gathering some resources. Especially considering that there are... How much does a normal log bring, like a elderwood log? Not even 1 silver. Yeah, I feel like this is one of the best things that came out of this DLC, is that we have new resources, new stuff that isn't already available in an overabundance on the trading post. Because even with all the resource and material things that have come over the years, the prices for these just... they get cheaper and cheaper. They don't really go with inflation, because there's so many of these resources in the player base, in the economy, and they're not really needed. Not in these quantities. I mean, that's fine, but just doesn't really make it worth farming for these resources in the open world. At least not for like new players and stuff. And we really don't have any like resource farms really in this game. Most of the farming techniques that actually give a reasonable amount of gold is just killing enemies, doing events, which of course it's the main game, but I feel like the time spent running around the maps, collecting resources and stuff should be rewarded in some way. Because maybe some players would have more fun just running around, participating in a few events that pop up randomly, instead of doing like big meta trains and stuff. I don't think that it should be as profitable as that, in no way. But it should be more than you can get at the moment.
Watch out. Got an eyeball liable to
Or maybe actually use the resources you can get in the open world for something useful, instead of like 1 or 2 recipes which are never crafted because there's so many better ways to acquire gear.
every creature in the grasslands turns to gravel.
I mean, you can literally buy ascended gear here in the Astral Rewards. So I honestly don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to fix the resource problem. And I don't even know whether it is seen as a resource problem at all by the community. I think most people are just used to most resources being useless. One resource thing there is grid decorations, but also these weren't able to like increase demand in a meaningful way for it to make an impact. That's sadly just how it is. Don't have a key. There was the honey flower, and after that I'm gonna look how much they cost at the moment. Honey flowers are worth also like 8 silver the pop. I mean, you can get, I think, like about 5 gold just running around here collecting all the Shenfear materials and then sell it every day. This is still a viable strategy even half a year after the DLC release, so players are actually using these materials probably. Or there are not many players that farm it. That's also a possibility. Because I feel like Shenfear maps are really low populated at times. At least that was my feeling during the last few times I played here. And I must say myself, I'm also not really playing on these maps because I'm just, as I said, stuck in older content. These maps really haven't catched me. I love the new designs, I love the story behind it, I love the feeling of the maps. But like on what to do, these maps are just not hitting the right spot for me. At least the 2 first ones. We're getting a new one this release and another one next release. But I think they were confirmed to be just smaller ones like Bitterfrost Frontier. We're gonna see. I mean, initially they didn't want to do they only wanted to do 3 maps. And for this release to play in the already released ones. But I think they diverted from it at some point. Because players were just used to there's a new story patch, it has a new map. Issue with this is that it just dilutes the player base a bit too much for my liking. Because if you look at how old this game is, with all the stuff that came into it, with all the story patches, it just really costs, I don't know, it really gives a lot of, it brings a lot of content, which can't be played all at the same time. No one can play all of this content. And for new players, when they come in, they have to go through all of these maps, all of this story, all of it, if they want to catch up. I mean, it's not that bad. In theory, someone could just play the demo version until level 80 and then just buy Shenfear and be done with it. But let's be honest, no one does it. Especially because you're still missing important information about what are these characters I'm playing with, why are they here, why am I called Wayfinder or sometimes Commander by NPCs and stuff. But I think that's just a general issue with MMOs in general. I mean, look at World of Warcraft, they also have issues with replayability or players coming in where just content has disappeared because it got patched out at some point. Or Final Fantasy, where you also have to play tons and tons of story content because before you land at the current one. At least with Guild Wars 2 you don't have equipment progression throughout all these DLCs, so you aren't forced to play through them for incremental upgrades. At least that's a nice thing, but also that's the thing that they nearly fucked up with the what are they called? With the Jade bots, which are an Canva exclusive feature. Meaning if you haven't played End of Dragons, you don't have a Jade bot. And they can, while they aren't really strong in open world, they can give you 500 health and a useful ability. Like, it's not nothing that they can give you, I feel like. And I'm very happy that they did not go down this path of giving like an exclusive feature to every DLC. That would have just increased the power creep and everything even more than it currently already has. So, but we completed our dailies. Gonna keep them to buy all the new stuff we get with the new update. Because there's gonna be a Wizard's Sword refresh. This time there wasn't much in it for me. I bought all the weapons. I don't know, these skins will look ugly on an Azura, I feel like. I mean, most clothes do, sadly. Of course, the most useful stuff was the legendary choice chest. That's always worth it. Getting the free gold, getting the resources, getting the mystic clovers. These are the resources you should focus on.
I spear 'em, you catch 'em, and drop the little fellows in this basket.
And the other things I just really don't care about. But I think I'm just gonna. I'm gonna try to complete my Wizard's Sword at some point, because you get these points in abundance if you actually play the game and do all your weeklies and dailies.
And watch it.
You get way too many of them. Let's do this for this heart. And just 15 minutes until the anticipated release. Oh.
Into the basket.
Luckily that this activity here gives so much progress, at least the follow-up event with the Champion Drake. So it's always worth to do it. Gotta drink something first though.
Good eating that.
And I'm really gonna see whether I'm gonna stream Elden Ring or Guild Wars 2 tomorrow. Really depends on whether I find this content here intriguing enough. But yeah, look how many masteries I still have open. Also, I still have one singular Iceboot Saga Mastery open. Because I just can't get these mastery points. I don't know. I really don't want to play any of the content that's required to get the last few ones. Mostly because of that content, but also because it's just unnecessarily complicated at some points. I think they really skimped on easy mastery points for that one. But I mean, Iceboot Saga in general was... I think we all have our grievances with it. It's one of the best expansion like starts. One of the best few maps that came into the game. Best events, but really good story instances. And then it just got downhill fast. Especially with the ending and with the Dragon Response missions, I really feel that a new player has to do these. I think they should just remove them and never talk about them again. Because that really wasn't good content. Other than that, I think I've gotten every... yeah, I've gotten every mastery up until Iceboot Saga, and then End of Dragons I've got all of them again, and Heart of the Obscure and Shenfi Wilds is still open. Because I just don't play this content.
There it is. Can't blame the beast for being hungry, but it's gonna turn the shoreline to fish bones.
But honestly, I should play
I'll get these to the fishing
Secrets of the Obscure a bit more. Didn't even do the Nyos end fight more than once. I think I really only did it once. And then never again. I still have so many easy masteries and achievements open there. Come on, get CC in. And I should remember that I'm a minion mancer. Like, also my issue is that I didn't really see organized groups around the Shenfi Wilds and Secrets of the Obscure content. Like, there's still people organizing Dragon Stand and... oh god, how's it called? Yeah... but I lost it on the map. Alright, this is the one I didn't unlock everything on. The character. And Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball and Dragon Stand are both still organized, still active, still really good money grinds. And also just fun to play. But I didn't really see these groups forming around the newer content. Maybe I'm just not as active in the community to see it anymore, but like every time I look for a group there, I still find that there's even still people organizing Reba. And also Twisted Coast is, if you have the inventory space, it's still one of the most fun and most brain dead money farms at the moment. But like not too brain dead to be not fun anymore. If you have a big enough group, and it gets stressful at times, but like the rewards are just worth it. And I feel like they did something unique there. with like having the world versus world mechanics there, where we have to capture their keeps and stuff. I don't know, I thought that was fun. It was a fun spin on map design for this game. Come on. Die, please. Yeah, and that's the issue. Because of daylight savings time, we don't know whether whether ANET has moved the release time or kept it the same, and yeah, we'll see whether there's a message in 7 minutes. If not, we're gonna have to spend an hour doing something else. But since the drops are starting in 7 minutes too, I think the release is gonna be in 7 minutes. Else it really wouldn't make as much sense. And I finally got enough experience to get this, yay! Gain access to jumping mid-air. Ah! But yeah, the rework to the walklaw they did with this release is... This is a change that I really liked. Because before the walklaw was just a world versus world mount and not really useful for anything else.
While also taking care to bond with them during downtime. Wisdom courses in these creatures.
Where do we have to bring them again? The scat.
Respect will be required.
Let's just pet them.
You know, a fun
They're cute enough.
quality stretch
Hey.
under the chin does
Tiny
wonders
walklaws.
for winning them over.
Armor enhanced.
I really wished you could, like... just get a tiny one to play with, like you have with your Sky Scale. I still wish you could get back to the instances where you play ball with it, where you play hide and seek with it, to board with it. It was just so cute. Really, yes, it did cost a lot. Yes, it was time consuming, but it just made me appreciate this mount so much more. Because I actually felt like there's an...
I am dead.
like I had grown it. Like it bonded with me. Most of the other mounts are just... Oh, you've reached this point of the story. Have fun. Or, like with the Griffin, oh, pay 300 gold. Do one instance. Congratulations. You have the mount. At least with the turtle they made something similar, which wasn't really the same. You just had to collect a few things from instances and events. But at least they didn't give it to you outright. But it still didn't feel like the Sky Scale back then. But reality is that the Sky Scale has become a necessity for modern content.
I am dead.
So I think it's good that everyone got one. Release of Secrets of the Obscure. I mean, by giving everyone else one of these, it doesn't deteriorate my own experience of getting it. Just makes me wonder whether the new players are gonna have the same feeling about this mount as I had back then. I think most just see it as a given. You can still get it, yes. And I think you have to get it on the all the way to unlock the masteries for it. But if you're a new player and don't want to play Path of Fire, which you absolutely should, because it's from the story and from the map design, it's still the best DLC in my opinion, and especially from the bosses. You should, but it's really not necessary anymore. You aren't forced to play this content. And also already based by Skyscale it's worth it on it's just worth it alone. Without any upgrades you can get. I mean, I can look Skyscale. There's one that you can dismount in the air. There's one. This one isn't relevant for anything. And that you can charge from walls, which is probably the most important feature. But like flying around, dashing through the air and stuff, that's all possible without playing the Path of Fire content. Also, lots of upgrades to the Skyscale came from other mounts, like the turtle, and yeah, right. Through the other mounts, which are also nearly all available only through Path of Fire, there are a lot of general upgrades to the other mounts. That's true. Like more health, more stamina and stuff. To get in short, to get everything out of your Skyscale, you have to play the content, but it's really not necessary for most parts of the game. And I think if you don't know that these options exist, you won't even know that you miss it. Like the Skyscale doesn't feel castrated like the other mounts in the beginning. Because logic was you already spent this much time caring for it and seeing it grow up, that you don't need to farm more masteries for it to actually be useful. Because some of the upgrades for the other mounts really felt forced back then. Like giving the giving the Springer more height and stuff. And there's a new build. Then let me quickly reboot the game. Wait for login. Wait for the download. I should have really put something in the background. Professional streamer here. Here, files. Pictures. This picture. Download. Save. Can I just pop it in here? Oh, not over me. So. No, there's at least something behind me. But this update really doesn't seem to be big. Like, I'm at 400 MB download, already at 75%. And yeah, this update really isn't big. That makes me worried. We'll see. Also, there's still some missing voices because the voice actor strikes are still going on. And so there are gonna be a few missing voices. I think most should be there. But as I heard, Silvari and some other ones don't have them at the moment. I hope that that doesn't influence the feeling too much. But anyway, download done. Let's play. I'm hyped. I'm hyped anyways. Let's hope that OBS finds my game again. Thank you. Now available to play. Into the Valley of Shadow. Okay. Probably the next map is gonna be called Valley of Shadow. But I'm just gonna quickly get myself something to drink. And then we're gonna start playing. 1 second. And I'm back, sorry for the delay. So, let's see. Close window. Right. Because I still have to start it, of course. Shanty Vials. No. See? On my screen? The latest chapter is only shown. The other ones are not shown. Let's play it. Read the mail. Greetings, Commander. First, the positive news. Through the combined efforts of the Turian Alliance, the Astral Ward, and several volunteers from the Lowland Coden community, we have managed to push through Shantia's northern isles into the outskirts of Baba Neos. Now, for the, I put it diplomatically, less positive news. Despite our progress, we've been unable to access the city itself. We have teams surveying the area as we speak, but as it often is the case, we benefit from your assistance. Why do I still have the DVD logo? I ask you that you head to Shantia Sentry to rendezvous with Isgaren, Writing Zoro, and myself at Thunder Bay Point. Fair warning at reaching the location will require some involved travel. Writing Zoro offered Poise Arrow transport via teleportation, but he was too eager to travel by sea. Consider your seafaring experience. We thought it might be best to entrust you with safely transporting the cup. He will meet you at the launch point to make the trip. Okay. I'll just go there. Does that mean that we have a little ship sequence now? Or did I not understand it correctly? We'll see. Let's just travel... Ah, up there. The initial arrow just pointed us into the middle of the map, I guess. So many players already here.
You're becoming a fixture on these missions.
Now that I've had a taste of your gallivanting lifestyle, how can I return to the humdrum of provincial life? Besides, been a part of this from the start I have. I'm here to see it through.
And your pa knows where you are?
Yes, yes. He asked for volunteers. Wanted to repay the Alliance for their generosity. He's tending to things back home. Besides, I'll have a wayfinder by my side, and a damned powerful wizard awaiting my arrival.
Who could have teleported us there in an instant? Believe me, sea travel is nothing to romanticize.
My first real voyage. Picture it. The breeze ruffling my fur, all majestic-like as I brave the salty tide. Anchors away!
Nothing ever bad happened while being on a ship or airship in this game. Never ever. Anyway. Also, please call me Commander, please. I really hope that after this DLC we aren't called Wayfinder anymore. It just sounds... I like Commander more. Even the NPCs sometimes make fun of us.
That's it. Get it out of your system. Consider it the sea's initiation.
Perform the facepalm emote after Poki loses his lunch. Okay.
I had no hand in that decision.
Well, you're here, and that's what matters. Countess Anise certainly appreciates it.
Anise said the Allies have made it to the outskirts of Bavanissos, but it's inaccessible?
Correct. The Countess will get you up to speed. She's waiting on ahead.
Okay, we are up here apparently. I'd expected to be somewhere around here more, but okay. But the first thing I notice is this architecture really reminds me of Echo World Forest in Kanfa. Like around here, like this general Gothic architecture. I don't know. I hope they didn't reuse too many assets.
Wayfinder?
Poised arrow. The sea's temper disturbs all in its wake. Ginger root should calm your ails.
Or perhaps an elixir.
Whatever it takes.
Huh, you made it. How was your first voyage?
I'll do things your way next time.
Figured as much. I'll prepare you a nausea elixir once we're settled here.
Can you take both stairs? Yes. Okay. And now there's reading time because she isn't voiced at the moment. Sadly.
It was never going to be as easy as waltzing through the front door. Spectral agony looms thick over this entire isle.
Is that why it feels so heavy here?
You're sensing a futile cling to power long obliterated. The Mersad's prized torture method. Heavy as an understatement.
I felt it too, Wayfinder. It stains deep, this isle. And I've been sensing a vast well of it somewhere north of us.
Suspicious muck usually protects important information. Maybe we start there.
The youth's instincts belie his age. The North is a graveyard for one of the bloodiest Sia Mersat battles. Our plan is to start north, but stay vigilant. Darkness looms here like a vindictive foe, raring to settle her score.
Okay. Let's see if we're actually meeting White Mantle here, or better, it's also just the remains that cause issues to us. Okay, this is a Merced Obsidian. What is that? So we gotta look that up first. Somewhere above us. Up here. Please tell me that this is a new resource. Please tell me. They did it again. Please make it sellable. Yes. I don't think that's gonna be the price for the future. But yes, they've introduced new resources.
I majored in pain.
Just as I wanted.
Minor in suffering. What a fascinating
Okay.
discovery.
Meaning that this is also one Titan Hearthstone cluster. I really should be playing the story right now, but I am more interested in the new resources. Don't have the beehive training yet. That is.
Oh, I know the
Titan
goodness of this.
Heatstone. It's probably also tradable. Yes. Perfect. I wonder whether they've also introduced a new wood, because that are 2 stones. We'll see. But now let's continue as the story. I want to get through it today. Nah, it's also kinda sad that apparently Countess Anise is very central to the to this DLC, or to the to this story. It isn't voiced. Nah. Well, then we're gonna have to do a little bit more reading.
This place makes the rest of Janthier look downright inviting.
Oh, also up there's a mastery point. I mean, most of Janthier was really inviting looking, to be honest. Except for the Sulphur Springs. It really didn't give off like a dangerous atmosphere, not even Janthier Sentry. At least not for the most part. What are these? Am I gonna die if I go in there? Into the red water? Yes, I do. Okay. And there are Bloodstone elementals, of course. Also, let's see, how big is this map? Okay, I think it's gonna be like this. So as I said, it's gonna be a smaller one. But we gotta see. Could also be a bigger one with just less content or more framed content.
Need to be careful. Easy to get turned around out here.
Let's try to get up there to get the other mastery point. Oh. It's down? Question mark? What happened? Okay. Musette Shadowcraft. You must unlock the Musette Shadowcraft master to use Musette mirrors.
Return, my friend.
Oh, okay. I have no idea what happened there. Let's teleport out of here again and then go back, I guess. Also, Musette mirrors, meaning that there's a new... Yeah, Musette Shadowcraft. Oh no, that means there's a fourth one. That's definitely gonna mean that we have to get at least one... that we have to get at least one of the masteries, I think. At least that's how it often is done. But it's nice to see so many players just figuring out what to do. And one thing I also wish for is a little bit more enemy diversity, which it doesn't really look like it at the moment.
Getting help. Oh, what a pleasant surprise.
You all right? How do you feel?
When I touched its mind, I felt something. Maybe the source of the agony. I'm not sure. I'll head up the left side of the valley and keep the construct energized. Alia, you go right. Wayfinder, collecting any concentrated energy you find along the way would be of great help.
There's an abundance of it in the valley.
Let's first do the story, I think. We're gonna be forced to do some events at some point anyway, so might as well do the story until this point. Musette mirror. Musette Shadowcraft unlocked. Meaning that we know how to do this one. Yep. Then let's return on to the events. What else is there? Additional rewards. Okay, getting more rewards. So only the first one is actually relevant for us. By the way, where do we have to bring it? Ah, down there.
Let's get underway.
They are screaming.
How much experience do we need? 500,000, okay. I really hate these logs behind experience game because they're just a time gate. But I understand why it has to be there. Okay, and apparently the hitbox for this mist is really not that good. Because you can get hit by standing here.
Armor in hand.
Also, I do have an experience boost here somewhere. Just use it. I'm not using these boosts at any other point, so might as well. Also, I have no spice in my bank left. Can't even store it somewhere. So many boosters in there. I don't really understand what the goal is here.
I cannot tune them out. Pain beyond pain. A crescendo of agony.
Oh,
Their minds
we have to do this until we're here. To be honest, not the most catching event at the moment. Because our big guy down there does all the fighting and we're just healing it. From the sidelines. And it moves really, really slowly. Maybe I'm missing something here. But that's fun, sliding around here. Oh, ooh, nearly died there. I try not to die as much as in my Elden Ring playthrough. Should be possible. So nothing speaks against collecting map completion on the way there. And okay, that's very far up. And maybe we shouldn't be here. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't be here because it's gonna be for the story. But to be honest, if this is gonna be the main like event you do here, it's gonna be hard to retain players. That's for sure. Because this really isn't engaging content. I mean, as long as there's gonna be a good boss fight behind here, yeah, fine with it. But yeah, it seems to be like this.
Wait, I sense something else on the way. Curse and screams. Cackling. Cruel bird.
And this escort really takes ages. I think that alone is gonna cause players not to want to play this.
I doubt
And even the boss fight is remote, sadly.
it requires my whole concentration and must keep the enemy on. If the magic
Just defend her. Well, big guy. That's the real work. Oh, so is there just one heart here? Yeah. So this heart is all you have to do here. You can do it on the entire map. At least I didn't see a place where it wasn't displayed in the upper corner yet. These give quite good experience for progress towards the heart. Still hope there's more to do here, because getting 500,000 experience with that is really gonna take a while. Even with the experience booster.
Getting help.
It did make all these enemies here damage sponges again, at least some of them. The direction I really don't like. You can't even see what this construct is fighting against. Yeah, I'm really not a big fan of this, sadly. There's more to do, more to see here. Or like an actual boss fight. Or something more involved in this. get quite good materials from these. Help the chat construct. Okay, and this is just the achievement for doing it multiple times. Do these look cool? These weapons? Yeah, not really. Or not for my style of character at least.
Oh, what a pleasant surprise.
And another mastery point. Oh, what to do now, I guess. Walking around down here, collecting stuff. Collecting the chest, of course. Chantry gearbox. The obsidian. Really hope there's more than this event. Because we still need to get so much experience. Ah, here you can fish. Of course, the most important thing in this game. Oh. I'll look into a gear, of course. Because that's definitely gonna lead to somewhere. But my guess is that is still blocked off. Maybe something for the story. Yeah, it's probably gonna be something for the story or for the next update. Could also be. Also, these Merced obsidians give lots of extra rubies and stuff. I feel like the frequency is higher than normal for the extra materials. Or maybe it just looks like it because I got lucky. So the new mastery felt a little bit haphazardly introduced. Like, oh, this is a mirror. Let's train the skill. Have fun. Yeah. Didn't really get any introduction for this. But still. Get up. It's now one of these heatstone clusters. Also, I wonder what you can do with them. I guess they're mainly gonna be for resource creation, for homestead creation again. Oh, but honestly, this, if I could get out of this tree, these ruins look. These look really cool. I gotta give them credit where credit is due. This looks really, really nice. Another Merced mirror, which we can't use at the moment. I guess then just do map exploration or go back here and search for other events. Reprogram the golems. Where are they? Ah, there. Okay, but this is an event. It isn't an event you can do if there are too many players around. Let's see what else we can find. already got this one. I mean, you can get a lot of experience through map exploration, so I'm gonna do this as well. Oh. Just went by the point. Maybe we can get around here somehow. Maybe we could fly up there. Oh, and there's an entrance here. Ah, this is the one we already visited. Simka.
I never lingered here long in my youth.
Can I go up? But no way to get up enough here. Maybe by doing this. Yeah, that seems to be the strategy here. Doing some parkour. And then just landing there. Okay. Wait, let me see that again. Why is the map symbol visible there in the cutscene? I don't think that has ever happened before. Maybe here also try to collect this one, yeah.
Oh yes, I earned this.
But yeah, these master requirements always feel like an unnecessary time gate. Oh, there's an adventure. Search and rescue challenge. We can try our luck there. Sometimes they give quite good experience. I have no idea where this view should unlock this point of interest. Anyway. Wayfinder, it's good to see you. I'm matching a team of scouts that are currently scoping out the north. Unfortunately, none of them have checked in a while. I'm getting worried. Find as many oh no, it's the hide and seek game again. I think someone... okay. Nothing's around here. Okay, and apparently you can only use your Warclaw for it. Yeah, I'm not gonna do this too much, I think. Why does this always end? There's one.
You found me. Grateful.
Apparently you're not allowed to get down on the ground or something. Help. Yeah, apparently. Let's not do that for now. I want to see some more of the content here. Some cool events. And some stuff that gives experience at least.
What is... make it stop!
No!
Can we help them?
I don't know. This has never happened to one of us before, but we've never been able to cure it in the wildlife.
Then we'll do what we have to.
Let's just look in this direction. There seems to be an event here with a boss, yeah. I mean a champion. Was enough. Also, I like how fast the community catches up on what to do with, in these events.
Rage at maximum.
Work on a cure. To ensure no one
Also not that much experience.
I know of a good use for this.
Let's explore a bit more around here. And there's a very big door, which I'm gonna guess has to do something with the convergence of this release or with the next release. Meaning that the next patch is gonna be here. This could be. And no, I don't think there's gonna be another new wood type. At least I haven't seen anything that looks like a new wood type as of now. Let's go down south. Event we can join. A group event with 2 players. Yep. But let's see, it's probably gonna also lead to some things. And hopefully after doing this and let's follow up event, we should have enough to continue the story, because we really haven't gotten anything except the initial story beat. At least we've gotten the heart already, so there can't be any
Not gonna leave us alone.
oh, now do the heart to help us here story mission. I hope. And And I really hope that you aren't forced to do the meta events again during the story, because that's also something everyone has done
It's not showing off.
in the last time, in the last few DLCs from time to time,
This
and
is
I've
rather
never liked it.
There's the power.
Smash them!
Where are we walking?
Our scouts have been turned back by unusually hostile creatures and spirits along this route. I'll scan the area.
I didn't want to trigger
A high
that.
concentration of bloodstone residue could explain it.
Oh, you think? Whiskers won't stop twitching. Feel like I'm gonna seize flames.
Okay. Anything's gonna happen here?
Just not cooperates. Deadly force isn't necessary.
Are we really supposed to use pulse here? Except we don't have any. I mean, except this attack. They didn't have an CC bar, they did not have an health bar you can attack. Don't really understand that. Maybe this is one of these things where you have to stand in the circle so that it gets friendly again? Could be. Could be. Because these are bees. I'm very funny.
There's the power.
And I guess there we got another one. Yep. Okay. I really don't understand how these scammers are still hoping to get like customers by writing stuff like cheap viewers ads. Insert domain here. Like every spam filter in this world should have these words in it since, I don't know, since Twitch exists. Don't think that this has ever worked for advertising. Ah, oh god. I'm really too blind to understand this mechanic. Yeah, I didn't see the pickup symbol, sadly.
Invigorating.
Just stand in the circle and press Q. Like this. Okay. So this takes ages again. Gonna explore a bit more in the meantime. So why 500,000? Normally these requirements are like 150,000, 250,000. Never 500,000, I think. just makes us grind unnecessarily long. For a feature where I don't even know whether it's gonna be important for me. The Hall of Passing. Oh, there's another mastery point. Oh, and you can't continue in this direction. They've just cut off the map there. It's a little bit random. Like, why couldn't they have just expanded the map like a few meters so that the ruins are still within it? I don't know. Wait, I've already gotten this one? When did I... I was here at the beginning when I first touched that mirror or something. I remember.
Hope that bloodstone isn't active.
And I'm sure that's gonna be active. Seems to be another escort there. And let's try to get there.
We wrong it from the start.
For some reason that just gave a lot of experience.
How'd that feel?
Okay, after whatever event we're going to, we should have enough to continue playing the story finally. And I really hope that this is the last one required for the story. Last time gate.
Getting help.
Over there, an active bloodstone charge.
My mobility is impaired.
I need to know what's stirring up the spirits. Let's free them.
Accelerating.
Smell the bloodstone.
Then come on, free one. We're all waiting.
One of my instruments is going off. I think we're about to have
Event enemies that give experience. Just the one that spawned in the beginning. What's that? Honestly, I'm just here for the story. Okay. You're all dead. Okay, that was fun.
Rage at maximum.
This thing is gonna melt within a second. Just a normal champion. And please give enough experience to continue the story. Please, please, please. And it did. Nice.
Statistically speaking, this is rather rare.
What do you suppose that is?
Beats me.
I learn something new every day.
Reach the Mossad mirror to reach the Wisp. Okay. This exit. This exit. Yeah, wrong direction. Have to go around.
For every one of us they struck down, we reaped dozens.
God spawn season is ended.
More souls for
Complete 10 events, nice. Completing some of our weeklies already. Wayward Wisp quest license. Okay, that's cool. I can unlock this and then... Oh, okay. That's a nice idea, being able to unlock more challenging content with it. Don't care about this throne. Doesn't look as bad, but I think I'm not gonna use it. The Overgrow, the Old Grove. Weapon set, how does the greatsword look?
I shall find a place in the choir.
Also not quite my style. Other than that, nothing changed. Still get this one.
They will hear us in
Aula. Okay, none too... No too rare legendaries, but still. Get this one, get these two if you still need to equip your character. Get these ones. Get the bag of coins. Heavy crafting bag. Mystic Clover if you plan on crafting. Legendaries, and other than that, ignore that stuff. Maybe the transmutation charges if we really need them.
Taste oblivion! What did our sacrifice against Saitan warrant? For
Then let's see what we can find in there.
where were they when we needed them?
Where are we going?
What is that? I should inform Anise.
I understand you have to find the right Mossad portal to get inside of these... Okay, into these caps here. I think that's how it works.
shall find a place in the choir for you.
Where's down there? Didn't see the story note.
A momentary crack in her
Now's your
defenses.
chance. Shift your focus to her.
Insolent worms.
Maybe wanna have more people talking at the same time? I think that's gonna be really helpful to understand the context, and I really shouldn't go down here. I shouldn't have gone down. Just gonna take the wisp elevator again.
Let's see.
Does it always have the same voice lines?
What did our sacrifice against Saitan warrant for our gift to be stolen? Where were they when we needed them?
And apparently there's a bug with the adventures here.
My gift to this
Okay.
world is eternal.
Anise, can you hear me?
All the world is quiet. The choir
Reading
will
again.
continue
There's
its
something in the
everlasting
valley.
lament.
It's glowing? I want to get a closer look. Fair enough. Be there soon.
We're not allowed to follow the shiny objects anymore. Also, let's put our experience into the walklaw again. And we finally have another instance after the beginning one. Also, we're still at chapter 1.
Wayfinder, the Countess told us to meet you. Said you saw something here.
It looked like some sort of glowing wisp, but I wasn't able to see it up close.
Interesting. I've been sensing something as well, a greater presence. It's potent, like the spectral agony, but also more...
familiar.
You feel it too, Ren?
I can offer protection from the spectral agony provided you stay in my vicinity. Let us make haste.
Okay. So now we're gonna go through the mists down there or what? Apparently. And there's already stuff waiting for us there. In your vicinity.
Is it supposed to hurt this bad?
Oh, poor thing. I forget how much higher our tolerance is to the agony.
Oh, I'm right there with you, Pokey. We'll push through.
Okay, so we can't die from it, but we still have the effect and everything. The way it overlays with the Reaper overlay is interesting.
So this is it.
Oh?
What the?
Yes. Weapons drawn. Stay alert.
That voice. Why can't I place it?
Wait, is it gonna have to do something with Mabon? Our now dead Mossad companion? I mean, these look like Mossad corpses.
lives sacrificed. And for what?
Test this guy's patience by not following his command while moving through the valley.
It's not showing off if you earned it.
If you want my protection from me, you must leave me.
Okay, that was fast, I guess.
Who's there? Bold enough to insult us, but not to show yourself?
Little Claw.
Maybe Mabon was not as nice as we thought. I mean, we already have hints at that, but didn't think that he's gonna have anything to do with today's pitch. We'll see.
There's the power. There it is. That's what I saw earlier. Sorrow, could that be what you were sensing?
Yes.
Yes.
Approach the wisp. Lots of walking up until now. We're probably gonna have at least some kind of fight now.
Whoa, what is that? It's fascinating. Can I touch it?
Wait. Hold on. Commander, try using the Heart of the Obscure on it.
She said commander. She called us commander. Wait, but why? Rating's always the last person that should call us commander. I have no idea. Okay. Not gonna question it.
Hey!
Weapons, now!
Feet. A lot of them. 35. Don't know how easy or hard it's gonna be. Gonna see, just gonna try getting as much as possible. There are more. How many more do we have to defeat? And we got it. Achievement at least. Still have to defeat a few more.
Even putting a dent in them.
More sad ghosts. I just saw how slowly it's ticking down. But hey, at least we get my trophies through our Jade bot.
Your arrogance precedes you, Scar.
You know her?
You. I'll explain later. Stand your ground while I get rid of her.
What? To tell them how you executed me in front of my family. No one doubts your capacity for cruelty.
What?
Kill you again without a second thought.
Okay, this is getting dark. Also defeating 35 is so easy here. It's a challenge. I think everyone who plays this is gonna encounter that. That number.
I am death incarnate.
Yeah, these two overlays really don't match up.
Keep fighting!
Finally.
That's all of them. Is everyone all right?
It appears so.
Ren, that Mersat, was that?
What's happening?
There still is a Mersat.
So this is it. Your legacy of ruination. Itself ended in ruin. Our legacy. What did you expect? Was it worth it? Look how powerful you are now. Damned fools. We're damned fools who damned ourselves. And this is what we have to show for it.
You knew it was Maban.
I thought it best not to trouble you until our safety was assured.
You knew him?
Another friend I failed in his time of need.
His history was complicated, his people's more so. Even he was left conflicted. That speaks nothing of you.
And what was that with executing someone in front of their family?
We should get out of here before the agony intensifies.
Yes, we need to inform Anise of our findings regardless. Best we return to her.
And that was this chapter. A legacy demanded. This is the next one. Deemed. Damned. One of these. Where's Anise again? Yeah, it's really sad that they used Anise as a central NPC in this story patch and she couldn't have a voice. But I mean, the actors are striking for a good cause. But still, it's kinda annoying as a player. But I hope the actors reach what they want. I mean, ArenaNet stands on AI is that they're never gonna use it. Doesn't prevent... other companies aren't as strict on their AI rules, I guess. And sadly. I mean, even COD used AI for some of their their store items. Where, like, why does a big game like COD really have to...
Didn't mean to cause alarm. I had just caught sight of some glowing wisp.
have to save money by using AI.
It was...
Like, that just feels... it just feels wrong.
Preserved in memory from his return in the wake of Bavanisos's destruction. Of that much I am certain.
Not just one, either. We were ambushed by a whole army. One even knows his Garen.
No. You're gone. A vile scourge even among the Mersat. She'll be dealt with.
We should retrace his path. The city's sealed, regardless. Why not look into it while we have the chance?
Then it's settled. Let's see what other secrets Mabon has left behind.
Okay. I'm ready to leave, I guess.
And Commander, if you find anything noteworthy, check in over comms. Best to stay in contact in a place like this.
Yes, I will. Now I really hope that we don't have to do all the meta events again for the story. Because we just did them to get experience.
Wayfinder. You seem focused, so I won't keep you. Anise said you're off to explore another section of the Isle. Based on my research, some of the Mersat's more infamous figures made their mark in the Isle's southernmost region. Humbly, I'd suggest starting there. But beware. Memories of the past fade far sooner than the scars they leave behind.
An Ubo compilation. Yes, I could. At some point. Now let's just go there. For the memory wisp. It looked like we don't have to do the meta event. In here and then to the right. Maybe.
Another drained one over here. Oh yeah?
Search for the wisp. Where could it hide? Not up here at least. Then probably somewhere this direction. Elementals. There it is.
Wisp spotted. It's hovering near a bloodstone.
You could try the Heart of the Obscure again.
That didn't work out so well last time.
Hear me out. Given their proximity to the city, these shards were likely drained long ago. Between the Titans and the Mersat exhausting them, it's unlikely they're volatile. Hopefully.
Yeah. How do I ah, there. I have to stand in this spot even though they're
A letter.
okay.
Unexpected. But better than the alternative.
Read the letter.
You were right. The heart didn't cause an explosion, but it did yield a letter.
What?
To Manikaz. Sounds like the Mersat ramped up their sacrifices right before the door of Kamali opened.
Plenty of good that did them. Well, I'd keep watch for more wisps. Trust Mabon to guide you.
So they basically had an issue with finding too few sacrifices to keep up demand, I guess. At least this is what I read out of the out of letter. But I'm gonna have to look into it later. Vial of Titan melted liquid obsidian. Okay. By the way, how much are these resources worth now after it's stabilized? Where's that dressed obsidian? Yeah. I think it's also gonna stay at like 7 or 8 coins for now, for the release days, and then it's gonna get a little bit cheaper. I mean, I think we don't really know what it's used for, so people are just buying on in the hopes that it's gonna be worth something at some point.
What's that ahead?
No! I beg you, please! I can't take anymore!
I won't hurt you. I
won't fall for that! No! Stop! Manicus! Please!
Who would enjoy this? No wonder Mabon felt conflicted. You bear no resemblance to such monsters, Mabon.
My guess is gonna be that he does have a lot of resemblance. Maybe Mabon is also just an... just a name he gave himself later on to hide his true identity. So where's the next wisp? My guess would be up here. But this does not look to be the case. But I must say I really like the music here. It's really subtle. But it really fits the atmosphere, and there's the next obsidian. Yeah. Do we really just have one sentence for all of this?
See what evil lurks in these pages. Mabon, what exactly are you trying to tell me?
Read the book. Oh, so they really had some real issues with the White Mantle, I guess. Speaking of White Mantle, we haven't had any contact to them in the story patch. And there wasn't even a mention of them. Guess this one's also gonna be at the Bloodstone Shard.
Could be something.
Okay, we have more than one.
It's all right. I'm here to help.
Too late. Help. He's gone. I'm not too far behind.
You saw Manikaz die?
Not dead. Hiding. Fled to the Golden Lake. The city is falling. He's afraid.
He'll get what's coming to him.
You... the pain is gone. I don't understand how, but thank you.
He can't hurt you anymore. How do you know he's at the Golden Lake?
He speaks to himself. At first I thought someone might be with him, out of sight. But I soon realized he was... occasionally, at first, and then constantly.
Interesting. Well, you've earned some peace and quiet. Rest now. I found a lead. Some of the Bloodstone shards still had ghosts tethered to them, just like in St. Joe Cave. victims of Mannequins. Apparently, he hid at the Golden Lake as the city fell. I'm on my way now. The Wisp seems to be following Manekaz's route. Maybe Mabon was following his path of destruction.
That's as good a lead as we found so far. I'll bring backup. See you soon.
Okay. So, like, Marikaz was possessed by something at some point? Or maybe, yeah, maybe the Titans had their fingers in there. Not the story instance. The Golden Lake. And I like this concept art.
If you forget where you are.
Secure the area around the Bloodstone Shard. Why do these enemies always have to be such tanks? Like I would enjoy more mechanically complex enemies instead of just more damage sponges. Because that is getting absurd in the latest DLCs. Come back. Thank you. Come on. And I really had to put as many of them around here as possible. I have some very conflicted feelings about the story patch. But we see, maybe it gets better. Maybe it gets better. Nice of you to spawn in front of me. Also get this one close already here. Finally.
Looks substantial.
Neutralize.
You think this is the end?
Watch the story unfold. Okay.
I am the blood phenom. With this stone, I will outlast every one of you. Stop! Please! No!
Let me follow him, please? Conquer Titan spawn without going down. Shardlings are annoying.
Now get in here.
I guess they talked to us the whole time, but I just didn't hear them. Okay. Because they weren't voiced. Can't read chat and fight at the same time. At least not in-game chat.
There it goes.
Hey, there's the wisp. I still am not allowed to follow it. Finally. Okay, this mission border is set really awkwardly. And if you already have a portal here, why did you teleport in? Open the door with the heart of the obscure. There's my bone again. Was this corpse here before? I mean, we already were here, but I didn't see this corpse.
Torn to shreds, bleeding out, alone in the dirt. I hope you felt every bit of it. In the name of each life you massacred, I hope you writhe beneath this future you so desperately feared. Still too merciful an ending for you. At least whoever did you in made fine work of it.
Okay.
Who's there?
I know.
He was in pursuit of someone. And now, it appears, we are as well.
Any idea who? Was there ever something he said? Or did?
If it's all the same to you, Anise, I'm going to stay out here a bit longer.
We didn't even do anything. Why do you need rest? And that was chapter 15.
This is rather rare.
Which was way shorter than the prior chapter. Or maybe just felt like it because we didn't have to do the grinding. This is a story that I don't understand enough. Explore the Golden Lake. Once golden, now tarnished. Like Nightwing. No, I don't want to leave. What are we supposed to find here? Nothing but a bloodstone. Ah, there's a ring there. It did not appear until I'm here. And there's a gold flimmer here. A peculiar bush. I As you dig underneath the bush, you find a small golden ring wrapped in old cloth. You take it in your hand and swear you feel a loving warmth. Okay. Was that all? No. A ring to rule them all. No. I mean, it would be funny to have like a godly item in this world that just possesses people. Lord of the Rings style. Lover's Wall. As you place the ring in a crevice in the wall, you feel mood in the air lighten. Suddenly, you swear you can hear footsteps. Okay, I did expect a bit more, to be honest. I don't know what this just did. Nothing has gotten more golden. Okay. Let's get out of here. And just back to camp. And this seems to be the entire map. Which is, to be honest, pretty big if you compare it. Like 2/3 of Emeritus. Or about the same size as Inanios before its last patch. Also, I'm so close to map completion here. That is panels for the past.
Countess?
Huh?
You were being cautious. Even Mabon had reservations about his own kind.
Accelerating!
Well, the only place I haven't been yet is the Central Region. Not exactly a lead, but...
Commander, sorry to be... she's the correct one to call us Commander. The other one, I don't know why she called us that. I mean, yeah, he did help us a lot. The way it's set up here just still feels like Mabon has some dirt on his shoes.
I'm no expert in the Mersat partnership.
Still feels like he has some kind of secret.
Alchemy!
A dark secret.
Knew you'd come through.
Or a grey secret at least.
Very funny. But like Anise said, there's no time for games. I wonder if my war claw could pick up on any leads. Worth a shot.
Understood. Don't care about the pressure. Yes, I already understood that. Let's go down again. Oh, not into... not into there. Goes in this direction. I'm blind again.
What is it?
The magic of the wisp remains strong here. It appears as though it lingered here by the rubble for some time. Okay. Goes up again. Goes up again. Around here. There's another signature.
What is it?
Goes up onto here, then probably through the other upwind. I still know what the goal is with all this hide and seek. Or why it just ends here. Okay. Nearly didn't get up again. Oh. How blind am I?
What is it?
The trace of the wisp stands still, seemingly looking down from you. From the edge of the platform to the ruined city in the distance. You sense sadness. And then let's go there.
Good job, you. It wants us to follow it into Bavanisos. Back to square one. Anise, I located another wisp, but it's leading me into the city.
And we have another story instance. Please don't be the last one. Let me see. Bavanios outskirts. Clear all misbound enemies. Creating threats. All interactive objects. Okay.
Now what? I guess I could just forge ahead.
Let's clear out everything. Might as well do it for the achievement points.
Held by the sea of exile.
Iskarin? Her mind had abandoned logic if she willingly pursued the masked scourge.
I would expect more remorse in your tone, Overseer.
Her spectral agony killed his people's premier. Yagon was never going to win that battle.
Okay. But there's nothing interactable in here at least. Maybe something
What
around
now?
here. Nope, that's just the same spider trap. And it's just normal spiders even.
Oh, I didn't think it would pop like that.
Stay here.
I am dead.
There's a Mossad monument up there. There's a torture cellar. Just your usual stuff.
Don't touch that.
Sorry. A nest. Okay, we have to find 17 interactable objects in here. We already found a cellar there. But I hope we don't have to find all of them in here, because I really have no idea where else stuff should be hidden. Like there's another one. Hello, cave spiders. Nice that you're here. Hope you had a nice day. Okay, there's lots of stuff up here. I see. So are these hidden threads or what are they?
Getting help.
Yeah, but not much up here though. I think we have to go after killing these enemies. Yep. There's a spider nest. Where else? Stone
All
Shaw.
of the efforts spent retrieving the mist skid.
Spectral agony. Yagan deserved to die for bringing such vile magic here.
But there's no escaping it now. I hope they're watching. Wherever they are. Home. You sent us to die.
Okay. Already did that. There are a few more lore conversations around here.
They sure feared Isgarin.
But why?
What does it mean?
Barbosa. Did you ever hear of it? I don't think I've ever read that. You smell blossoming flowers. Ah, because of the talisman, right?
What could that be? Yagan killed the seer leader and turned the war. No wonder Iskarin hunted her down.
Isn't there a talisman there? Okay, we still have missed something somewhere. We looked at all these pages. Is there another story here we can reach? None containing anything. The propaganda pamphlet there. And 1 second. I'm sorry, that was an spam call. Annoying.
Sure were modest.
Like I feel this strange tablet is the only thing missing, but it just doesn't count. Mhm. Okay.
Sind aber sehr blöd, diese Kinder.
Still have to find like one thing I can interact with, but I just can't. Like somewhere I must have overlooked something, and you can do that later.
Did you try kissing your girlfriend?
Now I have. But sadly the game doesn't have a real-life integration. So that had no effect. Okay, I'm officially too blind to find the last one. But I'm happier now. Okay, my cutie. Nah, nothing here. Let's just continue. Then I won't get achievements.
That's all of them. Ugh, this place.
Discover where the wisp went. We're gonna of course kill everything here, then search for something to interact with. Like we're missing something somewhere. Baron of Mist turned. Clear all enemies, okay. Can we find something interactable in here? Not here. Freaking threats. I also don't know what this means. And we found the 2 nests. Maybe there's another nest in here somewhere. Also, that does not look like it. No. I have no idea what the other achievements mean. There's another interactable up there. Something around this corner. Nope. In the other direction. Also nothing here, no.
There you are. Wait! I was headed for that gate. And I
think that isn't part of the original
Maybe
one.
they saw something I missed.
Maybe I have to return here. Later.
Did either of you see a wisp floating nearby?
A brief flicker caught my eye's corner, but it vanished before I got a closer look.
Afraid I was too focused on my work to notice it. This gate's taken up my full attention since we arrived.
Any progress on entry?
Not yet. All I can tell so far is that the gate doesn't seem to be Mersat magic. The force sealing it is on a power scale all its own. So is the distance the enchantment covers.
I'll be surveying nearby. Keep me updated.
Keep kindled your life fire, Wayfinder. The dark is death's watchman.
Regroup.
Wayfinder, closer to me.
Okay, what did you find out?
Wayfinder, Anise said you found another wisp. She's busy feeling pressure from the Alliance about entering Bavanisos.
What do they expect her to do? We're trying everything we can.
We're at an impasse on all accounts. The wisp led right to the gate. Seems Maban also wants us inside the city.
Of course he does. It's the epicenter of the Mersat's demise.
You say that as if the Mersat hadn't already anointed these grounds with their blood.
She's back.
Like a common...
Why is she so silent?
I'm putting an end to this now.
And you wonder why we never got along. Hubris always was the downfall of your kind.
Okay, she seems like a pushover. The Master of Agony. Yagon. How they called her, I think. Pronounced her. Are these ghosts supporting her or fighting against her?
Medicine woman, I can show you how they thrive. Would have been better off making that traitor friend of yours.
Getting healthy.
Right. I saw what happened to him.
Nothing more lovely than that. Okay, got downed.
Have you tried before
Issue.
yet? I certainly have.
Expect me to
Oh, I think this is a forced downer here.
A coward's end may suit my boy, but it doesn't befit me.
You cower in shadow like a cockroach fearing light, fearing what it might reveal you for. A disgusting, worthless little vermin. Yet you deem Mabon the coward.
There's some mechanic here that I really don't understand at the moment.
I see it, and I'm not impressed.
I am dead.
Apparently it's just as a very, very tight dodge window. Okay. Done. She gained 10% experience, health.
This is exactly how the world will remember you, Yukon. I'll make sure of it. The heart of the obscure. Finish her now. Arrogant enough to think she mattered and stupid enough to act as such.
You have a way with insults I've always admired. Mabon, guide us.
Last memory.
You've nowhere left to flee. Now, who are... A Titan. Well, what are you waiting for? Going to kill me like you did the rest?
So the Titans were the Merced's demise.
I might have
or at least part of it. That means, but hold on.
Stop! Face me! There's nothing left inside. We're what's left.
He followed the Titan into Bavanissos after the city fell.
He never told me.
So we can't get into the city. Mabon chased a Titan into the city, and there's a mist gate.
Is that gate how the other strangers got here? The three we fought?
It seems that way.
So, does that mean it's open?
Yes. And even my power can't disable the ward that blocks our path. Summon the Alliance.
Another testament to my greatness.
Wait. That was it? Okay, that was a little bit anticlimactic. I mean, we already guessed that the next story instance will be here, this general area. But like, the boss fight was nothing. We had a few talk instances. The longest part of this patch was the initial grind for the mastery. Is it? I don't know. I hoped it would be a little bit longer.
How nervous should we be about this mist gate?
If Ura did not deceive and it sits open, then we must abandon caution for action. The race has begun. But another anxiety overcomes that of the gate.
Mabon?
I've scrutinized every conversation, every memory since the day I pulled that knife away from his throat. He was sullen when he returned from Bavanissos. And of course he was. He just observed the death of his people. But now I know that something remained untold. He hid something from me. Mabon, what happened? What did you do?
So Mabon has a dark secret. Okay.
I don't even know what to say. This just got a lot more complicated. What about you, Cub? I know this involves a lot of people and things you don't have history with.
Well, it affects you, so it affects me. That's reason enough to care. But it'll affect everybody eventually if we don't do something about it. What that something might be, no idea.
That's not on you to figure out. You helping us is enough. I'm grateful you're here. Worried sick every moment that you're gonna get hurt, but it comes with the job.
I'll do my best not to rile your nerves.
Okay, that was the story patch. I must say I'm underwhelmed. Like, they did a lot of right things. Like the map looks cool, I like the general aesthetic, I like the music. I very much like that they introduced a new material, even 2 of them. I like that they now have a quest here, which you can buy with your reward points. But the ending, like the story itself, this Coden is grilling himself. Okay, have a nice cook, I guess. Everything else, I don't know. Like from the story, we had a few come and talk missions. A little bit more talking. 1 boss fight which was done within 2 minutes. And yeah, that was it. And I could have gotten there even faster if I hadn't explored the library there. I really don't know. I really hope that the next patch is giving a little bit more story, more map, more everything. Also, I must say the meta events on this map are not all good. Like the one where you follow the Jade construct is just lame and uninteresting and uninvolved. I don't know. I do know that I'm gonna stream Elden Ring tomorrow, and maybe there's gonna be a Guild Wars 2 stream until the next update, but it's heavily gonna depend on whether I find content that I find engaging enough. I probably try to at least get the masteries done in my free time, but not much more, I think. Anyway, I'd say we also end it here. May go for the stream boss to play through the story. I recommend watching a few more hours of other Guild Wars 2 streamers to get the back expansion. And other than that, have a nice day and see you tomorrow in Elden Ring. Bye!